See chains of lymphatic vessels and lymph nodes coloured green here. Blind-ended lymphatic vessels originate in most of our body tissues and organs and soak up substances, including large molecules and antigens and fluid that makes up lymph. The lymph passes along these lymphatic vessels, and as it does so, any antigens contained in the lymph is detected within these chains of small, encapsulated lymph nodes, represented here as these bead-like structures. Lymphocytes also circulate through the lymphatic vessels. These lymphocytes and the lymph return to the blood near the internal jugular vein and subclavian veins at the base of the neck via this right lymphatic trunk or this larger thoracic duct. And then this circulation of lymphocytes from blood vessels into the lymph nodes and lymph will be repeated, and this enables lymphocytes to travel around the body and then reside where they're needed. Now refer to this model of the lymph node to understand its general architecture before I then show you histological images of the pertinent components that I will mention here. Lymphocytes and lymph enter a lymph node via afferent lymphatic channels into a subcapsular sinus and then a trabecular sinus, and then into medullary sinuses, and so percolate through the substance of the lymph node. As the lymph passes through the sinuses of the lymph node, flow is slowed by the meshwork of reticular cells and supporting reticular fibres, and so foreign substances or antigens are captured by follicular dendritic cells and dealt with by the various immune cells. The sinuses carrying lymph and lymphocytes converge near the hilum to drain into efferent lymphatic vessels. Lymphocytes may also enter the lymph node via these post-capillary venules, often referred to as high endothelial venules. I will show you the unique histological features of these vessels later. Both B and T cells populate different regions of the lymph node where they're needed to synthesize and secrete antibodies or neutralize antigens. As I said a moment ago, they leave via efferent lymphatic vessels at the hilum of the node and may well pass through a chain of lymph nodes that I showed you earlier. Lymph nodes are widespread, but more concentrated in the axilla, the groin, and the mesenteries. I'm going to show you a lymph node from the mesentery and also one from a series of nodes near the bronchus and hilum of the lung. I'll explain that a lymph node is divided into a cortex and a medulla. And you can see that lymphatic nodules are found in the outer part of the cortex, and the paracortex is a region in the inner cortex not occupied by lymph nodules and contains most of the T cells in the lymph node. The medulla contains cords of lymphatic tissue, represented by these darker coloured components, separated from the lighter coloured region representing the medullary sinuses.